Hello everyone, it's your procrastinating cyber new type, the Dapper Bard, with my review of episode 16. This brings us to the 1/3 point of the series. 8 more episodes and I'm free. So let's get to it. Another short, cold opening, but this one is also a rerun of a previous conversation between Prospera and Belle from the end of episode 14. However, the conversation continues as we learn a little more about Prospera's stupid plan. As it turns out, Aerie's body was too weak, so she was turned into permit particles in order to be the mind of the Ariel, which was the original Lefrith from Prologue. Prospera's plan is to use Quiet Zero to make Aerie an immortal being of energy. Aerie would eventually become a goddess of technology, I guess, and lead the world to an age of peace. So says the lunatic who put her daughter's brain in a robot body. Prospera also guilts Belle into helping her, since it was Belle who originally created the theories that led to all this stuff working in the first place. This lady that I usually call Prospera's assistant, it turns out she's actually incredibly important. Too bad we learned nothing about her until this episode. She's the reason why we have all the modified Elon clone type people, and she's the reason why Aerie's brain is inside the Ariel, because she came up with all these theories. And we learned about it now, instead of this being an important part of her character, which it really feels like it should be. Moreover, this is Evangelion, but you just replaced the wife with the daughter. They even stole the plan to revive the loved one into some sort of godlike being. You think that's dumb? Let's remember, this episode has just started. After the opening, we get a montage of news footage about the current state of the Earth sphere. While this does recap things for the audience, it also expands the world and scope of the series quite a bit. 16 episodes into the show, yet more proof of bad writing. The news footage should have been a consistent aspect of the show from the beginning to function as an aspect of world building. Speaking of which, let's play a game. Can you remember what year and timeline this series is in? If so, let me know in the comments. Getting back to the main topic, we see the response of the Benerit group, who doesn't like the fact that information has been leaked to the public. This leads the group into admitting that they need a new president and proper leadership. Shattuck, of course, plans to run, and seems to be the person responsible for the information leaks in the first place. We see things on campus aren't going well either, as everyone is in lockdown. A group of generic students get angry at Earth Dorm and try to start a fight. They point out that their friends got hurt and at least one of them got killed. Miorine arrives to stop the fight. After that, we cut to Nika, who has been asked to join Shattuck's plan by the Lady with Bangs. Meanwhile, Elon is being ordered to steal the Ariel for Pell now that the Ariel has been confiscated, and stealing it should be much easier. More importantly, Guel returns to campus. His brother is happy, but collapses in pain because his wounds haven't fully healed. Sadly, that's about all we really get out of this scene. I also find it a little bit sad that the girl who hangs out with the Jaturk brothers has had no real characterization, as it seems like she's really important to the two brothers, but I have no idea why. It would be nice had they actually taken the time to let us get to know this girl a little bit more, because I get the feeling she's going to play a bigger part in the lives of the brothers as we continue. However, that would require the writers taking time to actually explore the characters, and we all know we're not going to get that. Meanwhile, Miorine is busy trying to get information about Nika's whereabouts, and about the Shinsei company from the group that tried to help her escape back in episode 1. Things are going back to normal with Earth House, but then Mary Suletta's mom shows up. We cut away from that to watch Elon attempt to steal the Ariel, but fail when Aerie psychologically attacks him. He has found my Belle, who is having a breakdown because she knows what her research has finally led to. This enrages Elon and will likely lead to consequences for Belle as Pell keeps making moves towards developing Gundams. Mary Suletta and Miorine go to the greenhouse, where Mio begins by apologizing for being angry, of course. However, this leads Mary Suletta into talking about how Mother is always right, and that causes Mio to snap. She calls out Mary Suletta for her slave-like obedience to her mother, and that she can smile after smashing someone to death. Miorine gets even more upset when Mary Suletta admits that she would kill anyone her mother tells her to kill. At least the show is aware that Suletta has no agency, but that doesn't in any way make her an interesting character. Miorine runs out of the greenhouse and confronts Prospera about her plans. Prospera tells her how she wants revenge on the Rembrandt family for the death of her family, and that Miorine is just as guilty as her father for those who were killed in the witch hunts. Far be it from me to defend Miorine, but she had nothing to do with her father's actions. She wasn't even born when the attack occurred. She's mostly innocent when it comes to anything connected to the witch hunts, other than pushing Mary Suletta to do whatever Mio wants. Prospera continues by threatening Miorine into running for president. I have a big problem with the acting here, as the actress for Prospera has no threat in her voice. It's either bad directing or bad acting, but it did make me realize something. An issue I've been working in my mind for a while now is, why does Prospera wear a mask? She doesn't need it to see or function in society, and it seems like key people already know who she is under that mask, so outside of meta reasons, why does she have it? I finally found my answer. It is to make her look intimidating. It doesn't work. She looks silly, but I think that was the intention of the art staff. This episode wasn't terrible, but it was a drag to get through. The show has wasted its time so much that we keep getting massive info dumps. It reminds me of Rise of Skywalker, where they wasted so much time and had so much bad writing in episodes 7 and 8 that it forced them to info dump and rush things for the conclusion. On that note, another thing that has been bothering me is the permit particles, which seem to do whatever the show needs them to do. Granted, this isn't new to the franchise, but usually they try to give a vague explanation early on as to what the special particles are. I even checked the wiki to see if there was more information about these. Nope. It is vague, and all this information comes from a Gunpla kit. Bottom line, this show is a mess, and it will only get messier as we face more info dumps and start rushing through what could have been a good story. I hope you will continue to join me on this quest through what might be one of the, if not the, worst Gundam series. Until next time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the tavern.